Hi guys, welcome back. This time we're going to talk about cardiovascular medications. There are about 40 cardiovascular medications in the top 200 medications, and I'm going to give you a few in this video. The first subcategory here is going to be beta blockers. So cardio is underlined twice so that you know that that's our main category, and beta blocker is underlined once so that you know that this is our subcategory. What do beta blockers do? Beta blockers relax blood vessels. They help to lower the heart rate, which all together works to lower blood pressure. So, there are five beta blockers. I want you to remember that beta blockers end in lol. When you say laughing out loud, beta blockers end in lol, LOL. We have five of them. Labetalol. Labetalol is Trendit. Carvedilol is Coreg. Atenolol is Tenormin. Metoprolol is Lopressor. Propranolol is Inderol. So I'll read you the five brand names again and we'll go over the generic names again. Inderol, Lopressor, Tenormin, Coreg, Trendit. Labetalol, carvedilol, atenolol, metoprolol, and propranolol. If you have my workbook, there are pages where there's a lot of blank pages in my workbook because I actually want you to work it out yourself. So in this list of five, for example, you will pick two that seem easy for you and you will write them. Two that seem hard and you will write them. And the last one will be, easy to get through. And today, for the next 2 days, you will just repeat that to yourself over and over. Labetalol is Stranded, carvedilol is Correct, atenolol is Tenormin, metoprolol is Lopressor, propranolol is Inderol. Beta blockers relax blood vessels. Next, we're doing ACE inhibitors. ACE inhibitors, the C in ACE inhibitor stands for converting. The E in ACE inhibitor stands for enzyme, and the A is angiotensin. So angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors. The word inhibitor itself means to block, to stop, to slow down, right? So ACE inhibitors, this is a cardiovascular subcategory as well. We have 7 here. Quick thing to notice here is that they all end in pril. So the prils are ACE inhibitors. What do ACE inhibitors do? ACE inhibitors lower blood pressure. How? By producing angiotensin 2. Angiotensin converting enzyme. That's what ACE inhibitors do. They lower blood pressure. Remember, we're doing cardiovascular. Cardiovascular is how your vessels are pumping, how the blood is flowing in your heart and in your vessel. That's all cardio and vascular. Quinapril is Acupril. Ramipril is Altes. Benazepril is Lutensin. Let's pause there. In pharmacy, there are medications that are called lookalike soundalikes. I'm going to have also more pages of that in my workbook to review and to work out. But in certain medications, it's important for us to know that medications are lookalike soundalikes because they could be completely two different medication and cause completely two different reactions. So benazepril, some people can confuse it with Benadryl. And those are two different medications. Benazepril is Lutensin, which is an ACE inhibitor. It's for your heart. But Benadryl is it's an antihistamine. It's for allergies. Two different things. So if you go to the doctors and you have a heart problem and he prescribes you an antihistamine, which is Benadryl, then you know your doctor is a little crazy, right? So lookalike, soundalikes, benazepril and Benadryl. Two different medication do two different things. Benazepril is Lutensin. Enalapril is Vasotec. Captopril is Capoten. Lisinopril is Zestril. Lisinopril is also Preneval, but I didn't want to write that there. Alright, I'll add this in my workbook. Fosinopril is Monopril. Fosinopril is monopril. So you have 7 ACE inhibitors. They all end in pril. Even their brand names, some of them end in pril or in, like this. So quinapril is Acupril, ramipril is Altis, benapril is Lutensin, enalapril is Vasotec, captopril is Capoten, lisinopril is Zestril, fosinopril is Monopril. Here we have 9 medications. These are our anti-hyperlipidemics in cardiovascular as well. Hyperlipidemics. Let's break down that big word. Anti means against or um not for, right? So it's like if I say antibiotics, that means that I am fighting against the biotics. Hyper, it means too much. Hypo means low. Hypertension means high blood pressure. Hypotension means low blood pressure. So anti-hyper, that means that something is too high already. Lipidemics, lipid means fat, so that means cholesterol or the fat in your body. So this is anti-hyper lipidemic. Hyper means too much, lipid means fat. So this is a medication that helps with an excess of cholesterol or fat in the blood. How? It lowers cholesterol. Cardiovascular anti-hyperlipidemics. Why would I need to lower my cholesterol, for example? What does that have to do with my cardiovascular? If you have a blood clot, then the blood is not circulating easily. And if your blood is not circulating easily, you get your ass in the hospital. So, we have 9 here. The first 3 are unique to themselves, and then the last 6 I try to put them together because they all end in statin. So this is another thing that you need to know. Another thing that would be easy for you to like remember. Statins are anti-hyperlipidemics. Let's write that down. So statins lower cholesterol, or statins are anti-hyperlipidemics. Okay, so let's start with the statins. Atorvastatin is Lipitor. Pay attention. Lipi like lipid, fat. Atorvastatin, Lipitor. Rosuvastatin, Crestor. Simvastatin, Zocor. Pravastatin, Pravachol. Lovastatin, Mevacor. Fluvastatin is Lescol. The first 3 at the top are ezetimibe is Zetia. Ezetimibe is Zetia. Fenofibrate, Tricor. Gemfibrozil, Lopid. Lopid is Gemfibrozil. Okay, let's go over them again. Certain things that I noticed that I underlined or highlighted for you here is ezetimibe has a ZE and Zetia has it as well. Honestly, we could have actually went a little bit more like this. Zeti, Zeti. Zeti is in the beginning of Zetia. Ezetimibe, Zetia. This ends in or. I also noticed that some of the brand names ended in or ol. So we have statins here, and it's ending in Lescol, Mevacor, Prevachol, Zocor, Crestor, Lipitor, Tricor. Okay, little things that you remember, you memorize, so that when you see the medication, you remember. You see simvastatin, you're like, oh shit, what is this? Simvastatin, okay, I see statin. Statin is for lowering blood pressure. So this has to do probably with cardiovascular. Boom. Okay. So fenofibrate tricor. This I'm gonna give you a quick tip of how I used to remember this. Fenofibrate tricor. So since fibrate, when you think about your stomach, they always say take some fiber so that you can have like better bowel movement, so you can have a slimmer stomach. So if fibrate makes me think of fiber. Tricor. Core makes me think of like your abs. Core exercises. So fibrate core. Fibrate tricor. That's how I remembered it. Fenofibrate is tricor. Gemfibrozil is Lopid. Pravastatin, Pravachol. Rosuvastatin, Crestor. Fluvastatin, Lescol. Simvastatin, Zocor. Pravastatin, Pravachol. In the next video, I am going to go over the medications but with a quiz. So if you want to play these videos and have them just speaking in the background to help you remember. This is how I passed my exam. Thank you for watching.